Hey, it's the Empire, Boxing Empire, back to boxing. Nah, man, wild stuff, man. Bob Arum says that, and the people who manage Tyson Fury say that the fight with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury may have to be pushed back till later this year. The fight was supposed to happen in July, but with this coronavirus outbreak, I know I have to keep saying it, but it's just that permanent. It's just that important that it's such a big deal right now that they don't know if this fight can happen in July. And and some people will say it's a good thing for Deontay Wilder so he can train more. Some people think it's a bad thing for Tyson Fury because he has an investigation going on with UCAD against this whole drug allegation. Well, it's not an allegation. It's basically it's a fact. It's just a fact that he used a farmer to basically give an alibi for this whole eating wild boar to test positive for a banned substance. That being said, man, this is actually looking bad for Tyson Fury because the longer this fight is stalled, the more time they have to investigate. And that being said, this fight could be held to a halt as the investigation begins and he's fighting in the midst of investigation. We're going to see how this whole thing plays out because, the thing is, this is just one of many scandals that Tyson Fury is facing. It seems like every day that passes with this coronavirus outbreak, the problem is this whole outbreak happened in the middle of Tyson Fury controversy. And right now, there's nothing going on in boxing. So the only thing everyone's talking about is what everyone left off at. And everyone left off at Tyson Fury and his controversy. So people are just going to keep talking about it and keep talking about it and keep talking about it because there's more and more information coming out about Tyson Fury every day. And not only that, it's affecting this fight happening again, which is a multi-million-dollar fight. When I say multi-million, I mean tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions. This fight is going to be a big fight. This is the first time in like 100 years or some shit like that. Some crazy shit since like Joe Louis was really dominant. It's just a long time since a white guy be a black guy like this at this level. Deontay Wilder is basically at the point of his career where he was basically, a handful of fights away from beating Rocky Marciano's record. That being said, that this fight with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder is a historic fight. So, these next pay-per-view numbers will be immense. Now, Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz broke the record last time because Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz and people really want to see if he can make a redemption. Now, in this case, they have their guy now. They have an undefeated fighter in Tyson Fury, and people want to see a winner win. They want to see a winner win. So, will Tyson Fury break the records in the UK like Anthony Joshua did with Andy Ruiz? My bet is going on, yeah, man. I think Tyson Fury can definitely break this record. Not only is the fight itself fascinating, and the controversy around Tyson Fury is fascinating as well. People are going to want to see, can this guy win when everything is checked out? Can he win when his gloves are checked? Can he win when people are paying attention when he's eating? Is this guy legit or is he a fraud? So this is really going to be the narrative that's inevitable. That doesn't even need to be said. The unspoken truth about Tyson Fury, because the mainstream media is not talking about it, and there's nothing else to talk about. So there's no reason why they should be talking about it right now. It's crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. So with this whole fight being delayed, man, it's looking bad for Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. People are saying he needs minor adjustments to win this fight, and they may be true, man. I think that Deontay Wilder was working too much. He was heavy up top. You can tell he looked like he was in shape up top. He looked like he had a good six-pack. He looked like he was in shape up top. His muscles were looking a little too big, though. He's looking a little too stiff. Now he needs to work on those legs. He was talking about he can't carry all that weight around, and the vest is too heavy. Now he actually needs to work his legs out. That's obvious now. Now that he said what he said, is Deontay Wilder going to strengthen his legs? Is he going to be more coordinated on the outside? Because it was obvious to everyone Deontay Wilder didn't have any legs in that fight, and he had no legs under him. He couldn't box. He couldn't move. He was falling over himself, throwing punches. That was his worst night he ever looked, and it wasn't even what Tyson Fury was doing. What was Deontay Wilder was doing, right? There's times where Deontay Wilder was throwing punches and falling. So that being said, man, Deontay Wilder's gonna have a lot more time to work on his game, and this is gonna be a blessing in disguise for Deontay Wilder, and this is a curse in disguise for Tyson Fury. Anyway, man, let me know how you guys feel about the delay, man. Would this hinder Tyson Fury? We know this guy has health problems. We know he's mentally unstable. We know he might have a mental breakdown. Is this a repeat of Vladimir Klitschko, Tyson Fury? When Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko, will he have a mental breakdown? You know, that question needs to be asked. Will he have a mental breakdown? You know, the world is basically against him at this time. The world literally froze in place in the midst of Tyson Fury's biggest win to break him down. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, man. Crazy stuff, man. Let me know how you guys feel about it, though. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Peace.